as we are going to segment the class in two different sections or two different sessions, we are going to practice passive voice with all the structures that we use in English, in present, in past, in future, yes, with present perfect, with future perfect, with all the tenses that we use in English. Okay, now let's start this by analyzing what is the most important thing when we work with passive voice. Here we have this information, active versus passive voice, okay? So as you can see, here we have this information. What is active voice? Can you help me reading?
Active voice means the time sentence.
Sentence?
Has the subject, the third action,
Open.
It's the verb.
So we say that active voice means that a sentence has a subject. Subject, yes, is the person, in this case, the doer of the action. Okay? That acts upon its verb. Okay? Example, here we have this scenario. In this scenario, what is this?
Policia. The police.
That is a police, or that is a detective. And this?
Thief.
Is the thief? Okay, very good. Now, in this case, there is a robbery. Yes, in the robbery, the police is chasing the thief. Okay. Now, is persecuting the thief. Now, in this example we have here, the police chased the thief. Notice that I am using different color in the verb, chased. So in this case, the action, yes, happened in the past. So the police is the doer of the action. Yes, that is the subject. And it's in boldface. And then we have the rest of the sentence, that is the thief. Okay? Now, this means that we have the subject. The subject, remember, that is the police. Then I have my verb. Yes, the active verb is chased. So when I want to, or if I want to use this in passive voice, I need to invert the order. Yes. So in this case, the thief, in this case, we say the thief is the object. Yes. So in the idea, the police chased, the subject is performing the action, is doing the action, is the doer of the action. Okay. Now, if I want to use this idea in passive voice, well, then I have to invert the order. Remember, the subject is acting or is performing the action, is doing the action. Okay. Now, the thief, in this case, is the object of my idea, is the receiver of the action. Okay. If I want to use the passive voice, the same idea, well, let's analyze that the passive voice is, we use passive voice when we don't know exactly who performs the action. Yes. When we want to sound impersonal, or when we want to emphasize the object of the sentence. In the example, we have here the thief. The thief was chased by the police. Notice, here I am inverting the order. Yes. So the subject is the thief, and the passive verb, in this case, I am using was chased. Remember that in the previous example, I say chased in the past. Now, in this case, as I am using a passive verb, I say was chased. So one of the main characteristics of the passive voice is that we work with the verb to be. Yes. So in this case, what is the verb to be? Was. Because we are using the verb to be in past. So was chased.
What says es el verbo pasivo?
Yes. That is complete. And the police, that it was in the first example, my subject now becomes the receiver of the action. Yes, the object. Okay. Now then, this is one of the main characteristics of passive voice, the combination of the verb to be. Yes, and when we want to sound impersonal, we use passive voice, or when we want to describe processes. Okay, we are going to analyze some examples, but it's very important that we understand how we form the passive voice. Okay, take the screenshot for this example, please.
Continue.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Now, if we continue on advancing, let's analyze the uses of the passive voice. Okay. So remember, the subject is moved to the beginning of my sentence, and I am going to use the combination with the verb to be and the verb in past participle. Okay, so this is very important. Yes, so a combination of the verb to be and the verbs in past participle. This is the main characteristic of the passive voice. Now, in this case, the subject is doing the action. Remember, the thief was chased in this example. Now, the uses. Here we have this. Yes, so we use passive voice, yes, when we want to express spontaneous and deliberate use of the passive. Yes, how? Okay, here we have a brief explanation. Can you help me reading, please?
Spontaneous and deliberate use of the passive. In the English, passive occur naturally and spontaneously with you
conscious
the change from active to passive. In fact, active equivalent to the word be hard to reproduce to sentence and like.
Exactly. So in fluent English, passives occur naturally. Yes. So many people use passive voice in a very natural way. So without forcing themselves to follow a rule. No, it comes spontaneously. The fire was extinguished by the firemen in the fire this morning in the company. Yes, or we say the news were given or was given on the newscast report this morning. Yes, the rain started at 7 o'clock yesterday. We say we say that it has been raining. Or the rain has been affected, yes, by the new hurricane. So here we have this something in a very spontaneous way. So now, what is this? Can you identify this, Salvador?
The planet?
No, it's not a planet. What is it?
Es como sería como una ¿cómo se galaxy.
Okay, it's the universe. Okay, so well, do you know the origin of the universe? Do you know how it was formed? Do you know when was the universe formed? We as humans can speculate when the universe was formed or how was it formed, but honestly or with certainty, we don't have the exact information. We don't know how the universe was created, was formed. So we use passive voice. Let's analyze. The origin of the universe will probably never be explained. Notice that here we are using a combination of structures. Yes, I am using will, that is the future, and we say be explained. This is my passive form of the verb, be explained. Yes. So remember that is a combination of the verb to be and my verb in past participle. This is my passive verb. Okay. So we don't know the origin of the universe, yes, and it will probably never be explained because nobody knows exactly when was it created and how was the universe created. We don't have the information, we don't have the data. Another example, yes. What is this place, Salvador?
Roma. The Rome.
Rome. So do you know who built this construction? Who created this construction? Do you know the name of the architect or the designer?
Is very late.
Pardon me?
The collision is very big.
Well, we can say, I asked you who built this this place. We don't know. We don't know the name of the architect. We don't know who construct this, who designed. Okay.
Yeah.
So if we don't know, well, let's say we also know that the Romans built this. Yes. And the objective of this construction was recreation, to entertain people, fighters, yes, fighters fighting against animals. Okay, but we don't know exactly when was it built. When was it designed? And we can say, that's why we say, Rome was not built in a day. Notice that I am using Rome is my subject, was not built, yes, was in negative, wasn't built in a day. So this is my passive verb. Remember that I have the combination of the verb to be and the verb in past participle. Okay, built. So here we have another clear example of a passive voice. Now, another example, yes. So sometimes we use, yes, deliberately chosen in preference to active, especially when the speakers do not wish to commit themselves to actions, opinions, or statements of fact of which they are not completely certain, when they are not sure. Yes, that's when we use passive in a very deliberate way. Now, here we have this. Look, this is another scenario. Imagine this is Salvador, and Salvador is asking for help. Yes, he thinks that English is confusing for him now, that passive voice. Yes, this is Salvador at this moment, okay? Okay, so let's imagine that Salvador is asking for help. Who do you think is going to help Salvador to solve, yes, his confusion?
Yes.
Who? Probably his father, his boss, his teacher. So here we have another person in the scenario. That would be the teacher. Yes. Well, the problem might be the homework, that she doesn't understand the homework, no? Or Salvador doesn't understand the homework. Yes. We say, when the idea here is Salvador is doing the homework. Okay. Now, if I want to use this in passive voice, I say the homework is done by Salvador. Yes. Now, if Salvador has a problem, yes, Salvador has many doubts, a lot of doubts about the homework. Yes. So Salvador has a lot of doubts about the homework. So we can say a lot of doubts, yes, are cleared by the teacher. Yes, in this case, Salvador has the doubts. Yes, the teacher clears the doubts. Well, in this example, I say the doubts are cleared by the teacher using the passive voice. Now, notice I have given you different examples using this. And we say, for example, this matter, this problem with the girl, she's asking for help, but we don't know the problem. So we say this matter will be dealt with as soon as possible. She has a problem. She has a serious situation that she cannot solve herself. So she asked the teacher for help. Yes. And she wants help to solve the homework. Okay. So if I don't want to say this problem, I say this matter. Okay. It's a synonym to say, this problem. No, it's not this problem. It's this matter. This matter will be dealt, will be checked as soon as possible. Will be solved. Okay. So no problems with this? No? Are you ready to do some ideas? Okay, here we have this. We have this other scenario. What are these?
The lips.
Books. Books. These are books. Okay. Now, these books, how many books, yes, do editorials or authors write every day? The editorials print books. Yes. So how many books do the editorials print every day? Thousands. Yes, we can say thousands of books. Okay. So when we express this idea, we can say that thousands of books, yes, are printed every day. Yes, there are many editorials that they print books. Yes, the authors write. Yes, and one book probably take 6 or 7 months or 1 year to be developed. The authors write the books. So we can say that books are being written. Books are being written by many authors. Yes, I cannot mention a specific author because there are many authors in the world. So in this example, we say thousands of books. Okay, can you help me read these examples using passive voice, Salvador, please? Thousands. Thousands.
Thousands of the book are published very year, and very few of the team are not the notice every Tuesday.
Even those
are reviewed in the papers rarely range in the large audiences.
Okay, notice that I am using a yellow color when indicating my passive verb. Yes, or my passive verbs, because there are more. There are more than 2. So we say are published. Yes, are noticed, and are reviewed. Yes, all these ideas are in passive voice. Remember that it's a combination of verb to be and my verb in past participle. Verb to be and my verbs in past participle. Okay? Now, them refers to the books. So that's why I am using the verb to be are. Books is in plural. I am using are. Yes, even those is expressing something in plural. So that's why I am using are. Those referring or making reference, yes, to the books. Okay, to the thousands of books. Okay, so this pronoun, yes, is expressed or is making reference to thousands of books. Okay, so and it's in plurals though. That's why I am using the verb to be based on the subject. Okay, the subject is in plural, so the verb to be has to be in plural too, in the correct form. Okay, now let's analyze the other situation. Yes. Oh, but before we continue, yes, take a screenshot on this part, please.
Yes, continue.
Okay. Now let's continue. Now the passive. What are we focusing when we use the passive voice? Okay, we use the passive voice for focus, for getting the attention to a specific part of the sentence or a specific part of an idea. Yes, that's when we use this focus. Okay, now here we have this example. Yes, the passive for focus. This is very important. When we use the passive for focus is when we want that make emphasis on this happening or what when we wish to focus on a happening, on a very clear fact, which is more important, okay, to us than who causes the action or what causes what is happening. So remember, if I am using the passive voice, I am paying more attention to the subject, the receiver of the action, rather than the doer of the action. The doer of the action is not important for me, but the receiver of the action is the most important part. This is what I am focusing at this moment. Okay. Now, in this case, when we want to simply have the intention to mention the doer of the action, the doer of the action for me is not important, but the receiver, yeah, is the most important part of my idea. Yes, this is what I am focusing on, the receiver of the action. Now, passive voice always focus on the receiver of the action, not on the doer, the receiver, the object, not the subject. Okay, now here we have this. In this example, what is the situation here with the house? There was a tornado, and look, it causes some damages, no?
The refine.
The house? What happened with the roof in the house?
Yes.
Notice the roof. What happened?
The refine the.
Okay, the house needs some repairs. Yes. Okay. Good. Now, if we analyze this situation, there was a tornado. Yes, there was a tornado, and the tornado damaged the house. So we can say, some repairs. Yes, some repairs needs to be applied. Needs to be applied to the roof. Yes, or we can say the house needs to be repaired. Okay, or some repairs yes, if I am paying attention to the subject, the receiver of the action, some repairs, yes, must be applied to the house. Let's analyze this. Our roof was damaged in the last night's storm. Yes, the idea here is the roof was damaged. Okay, now the roof is the subject, is the most important for me. Okay, so I can say the roof, yes. Imagine that Salvador repairs the roof. Salvador repairs the roof. Where we say the roof was repaired by Salvador. Okay, I mentioned at the end by Salvador because Salvador is the doer of the action. Yes. So another example. The roof was, remember, the roof was repaired or was fixed by Salvador. Yes, after the tornado, yes, the house was rebuilt. The house was rebuilt, was reconstructed, because there were a lot of damages, not only on the roof, but also in the structure. Okay, now, look, here we have this other scenario. Where did this happen? What place is this? What place? Is it a park?
Garbage on the beach.
Garbage on the beach. Okay, very good. Yes. So we say people throws garbage in the beach. Yes. Well, if we pay attention, what is the subject?
Yes.
What is the subject, Salvador?
Beach.
Okay. Well, but we say what is the complete idea? Remember, I say, pay attention. I say people throw garbage on the beach. Okay, we have this idea. Yes, people throw garbage on the beach. Okay, now, what is the subject? Remember, what is the subject? Okay, yes. The subject, in this case, is the people. What is my object? What is the object?
La gente tira basura en la playa, ¿no? O tira la basura en la playa, ¿no?
Okay, but what is the object? What is the object?
He pick the trash. Sí, ¿no?
But okay, garbage is the object. Or trash is the object. Yes. Now, if we use this idea in passive voice, yes, how can you organize this information to express the idea in passive voice? Garbage, okay. Garbage. What is the correct form of the verb to be? Garbage is singular or plural?
It's plural, ¿no? Garbage is plural.
No. Can you say one garbage, two garbage, three garbages?
Oh, yeah.
So, what is the correct form of the verb to be? Singular. The verb to be?
Two.
Y. Garbage.
Garbage. In the beach, in the beach, no?
Okay, is, that is the
Yeah.
verb to be.
The beach.
Garbage is, what is the
Is.
past participle of throw?
Throw. Throw.
What?
Throw. Thrown.
Thrown, 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 thrown. Mhm. Garbage is thrown.
Throw.
Yo recojo la basura de.
We say garbage is thrown.
La basura se tira la basura en su lugar, ¿no?
In what place?
In the boat, in the boat,
On the beach. On the beach. If I want to mention who throws the garbage on the beach or who throws the trash on the beach, I use by. Who throws the garbage?
La basura es arrojada en la playa por la basura es arrojada a la playa por la gente.
Okay, so we say by people, no? So garbage is thrown on the beach by people.
Garbage in the beach, the río de people. La basura es arrojada a la playa. A la playa por la gente, ¿no?
Yes. Okay, I have another example. Okay, imagine, yes, I say many people smoke cigarettes. Okay, many people smoke cigarettes. Okay, now let's change this idea into passive voice. So,
yes.
What is the object?
Podría ser money, sería money the people.
No, in my active voice, I say many people smoke cigarettes. This is active voice. Now, if I want to transform this into passive, yes, what will be the idea?
Cigarette.
Cigarettes.
Cigarette.
What is the correct form of the verb to be?
¿Con D?
No, cigarettes. What is the correct form of the verb to be? Am, is, or are?
Cigarette. No, pues no.
Is this in singular or in plural, Salvador?
It's a plural.
It's a plural. What is the correct form of the verb to be in plural? Am, is, or are?
Are.
Are. So we say cigarettes.
Cigarettes. Are.
Are. What is the action? What is the verb?
Smoke.
Smoke. What is the past participle of smoke?
Cigarette. Smoke.
Smoked in past participle. Smoked. Cigarettes are smoked. If I want to mention who smokes the cigarettes,
On the
the
beach.
doer of the action.
On the beach.
No.
In the playa.
No.
And money.
Many. And I say by. By many
Money.
people. So cigarettes are smoked by many people. Yes, I say on the beach. No, if you notice, yes, in the picture, in the image, yes, I have cigarettes on the beach. Yes. Okay, another example. Yes, notice that here we have my ideas from passive into active. Okay, so in the two ideas I have, for example, many people, yes, is the subject in active voice. Yes, and yes, what I have here is the object, yes, in this case is cigarettes. So cigarettes is becoming the subject in the passive voice. So cigarettes are smoked. This is my verb. This is my verb in passive. Okay, so I am using the passive, yes, of my verb. In this case, I say is thrown. Is thrown. This is my verb in passive voice. Okay, or I can say are smoked in plural. And my verb is in passive. Notice that I have a combination of the past participle, yes, of the verb, and I have also, yes, the verb to be. So it's a combination of my passive verb, yes, my passive verb is formed, yes, with the verb to be, yes, of the verb to be, plus my verb in past participle. Okay, now this is how I create the passive verb. Okay, example. Yes, I can use the passive verb, for example, the three forms of the verb to be. When we work with passive voice, it can be is, if it is in present, are. If it is in past, I can say was or were. If it is, yes, in other tenses, well, you will see, but today we are going to focus on this, present and past. Yeah, this is the passive. Yes, so then we have plus, yes, the verb in past participle. For example, I say, in this idea, let me see. Yes, we can say in present, plus, I don't know, written, written. Here we have this example. Yes, we have the examples. The examples, yes, are given, yes, by the teacher. Okay, notice that I am using passive voice here. The examples are given by the teacher. Okay, this is
Los ejemplos son dados por el profesor.
Okay, so now pay attention. Let me correct this. Okay, once again, let me write the active voice and the passive voice. Yes, in the active voice, I say the teacher gives examples, examples to the students. To the students. This is my example using active voice. Now, if I want to transform it into passive, yes, I follow this rule. Passive verb is equal to the verb to be plus the verb in past participle. Okay? Now, what is, first I need to identify the subject, yes, or the object. What is the object of my verb here? What is the object?
El teacher da ejemplos a los estudiantes, los alumnos, estudiantes, ¿no? ¿Sí, no?
Okay, what is the object? ¿Cuál es el objeto de mi oración? What is the object of my sentence?
Bueno, ejemplo, ¿no?
Examples, okay, very good. So we start with using examples. Examples. Now, what is the correct form of the verb to be? What is the correct form of the verb to be for examples? Am, is, or are?
Is, no es cierto, are, ¿no?
Are.
Es are.
What is the past participle of my verb?
Gives.
What is the past participle?
Es. No es. Sería. Ay.
What is the past participle of the verbs?
Hey.
No, more past. Given. So examples are given. This is my passive verb, are given. Yes. So examples are given. Yes. Who gives the examples? Person who gives the examples? The teacher or the students?
Student, ¿no?
The student, no.
Porque el profesor. No, the teacher.
The teacher. So examples are given by the teacher.
The teacher.
Now this is passive voice in present, Salvador. This is passive voice in present. If I want to say in past, what is the idea in past?
Los ejemplos son dados por el profesor.
Examples. What is the correct form of the verb to be in past?
Are.
No, are is in present.
Aren't.
What is the past of are? What is the past? The past form.
You were.
Where? So we say examples were
Given.
Given.
Parado, ¿no?
Complete idea. Were given.
The teacher. By the teacher.
By the teacher. And we have active voice in present and passive voice in present and passive voice in past. Yes, notice the difference. Yes, we have two different structures. Yes, are given is in present. Okay, and let me use a different color. For were given is in past.
Yes.
Okay, notice that I am using, yes, passive voice present, passive voice in past.
Passive. Yes.
Mhm. So all these ideas come from my example using active voice. Active voice. Okay.
Okay.
So these are my examples, or these are active voice. Yes, the teacher gives examples to the students. This is active voice. Okay, and this is turned into passive voice. Tell me. Now remember, we have the verb to be, is, in present, are, okay, and we have in the past was or were. Okay, let me see. Here we have this information. Plus, the verb in past participle. Okay, this is how the passive voice is formed. Okay, we use the verbs is, are, was, or were, plus my verb in past participle. This is the passive voice. Notice that all the ideas are given, yes, using the combination of the verb to be and the verb in past participle. Okay. Are you copying these examples?
Oh.
¿Los estás copiando, Salvador?
Sí.
Sí.
Okay.
Done it?
Ready.
Okay. Now, let me clean up this mess so that we continue analyzing the presentation. Okay. So going back to our presentation. So here we have these examples, and let's continue analyzing some other examples. Yes. Now we have this example, no? Thousands. Yes. If we refer to the beaches, we say, thousands of beaches are polluted. Yes, are contaminated. Remember that pollution is contamination. Yes. So we say, thousands of beaches are polluted. Notice that my verb in passive is indicated in a different color. Yes, in blue. In this case, I am using the blue color, and the idea is at the end of the sentence. Another idea. Yes, my car. Yes, I have a car, and my car. Yes, I park my car in the supermarket. Yes, and when I return from purchasing my groceries, yes, I noticed that all along my car, there was a scratch. Ouch. Yes. So my car, I say, my car has been scratched. Notice that I am using has been scratched. This is present perfect passive. So my car has been scratched. Okay. Has been. Notice that this is the verb to be in past participle. Okay? And here I have the auxiliary for present perfect. Has. Remember that the present perfect is formed with the auxiliaries have or has plus the verb in past participle. Okay? So, has been scratched. This is my verb in passive. Yes? Using passive imperfect tenses. Okay? Let's analyze another example. Yes? Charles. Yes? Charles was beheaded in 1649. Okay? Was beheaded. Notice that I am using this. What is beheaded? What is beheaded, Salvador? We have head. Beheaded. What is it? Decapitated. Decapitated. Exactly. We say Charles was beheaded in 1649. So this was the first person who was killed by cutting the head. Okay. Now, the use of by, yes, remember that I am, in the examples that I wrote here, I use by. So the use of by, etc., plus the agent after the passive is to indicate the doer of the action. Okay? So we say, can you help me, reader? Reading, please. Can you read it, Salvador? An agent.
Is a
doer. For example. For example,
the person or the performs the action indicated. Be must be
by
in the past.
Plus agent.
And you're in the passive.
In passive.
Construction.
Tells.
Use word.
Us.
Word the what did something.
Okay. Who or what did something. Okay. So an agent is the doer of the action. Yes. And this by is always telling us who performs the action or who or what did something. Okay. So if we have this, this is another scenario. Look, what is this?
Yes.
What object is this, Salvador?
Broken glass?
It's a broken glass, exactly. So it's my window. Yes. So last week, yes, I was in my house and suddenly I heard a noise. Yes. And there was a child playing in front of my house. I said, oh, my window was broken by my next door neighbor. Yes, my next door neighbor was playing outside my house and he broke the window. Yes, so what we say, the window was broken. We say the window was broken and I say by the boy who lives opposite my house. So this is the idea. Who broke the window? The boy who lives opposite, who lives next door. So I am using here, the window was broken. Was broken is my passive verb. Okay? And I use by indicating the agent, the doer of the action.
La ventana
Mhm.
fue rota por el chico.
Mhm. Yes, by the boy who lives opposite,
Por el chico
de al lado.
de enfrente, de al lado.
De al lado. Mhm. Or
Okay.
del frente. So it depends if you say the opposite, is the frente. Next door boy, is al lado. Que vive al lado. So here, by the boy who lives opposite, is exactly in front of me. Because he's the opposite.
Okay.
Okay. So I say, well, the window was broken by a stone. In this case, by a stone, the stone, when the boy threw the stone, yes, oops, he broke the window.
Piedra.
So the window was broken by a stone. So notice that here we are given who is the doer of the action. In the first case, the boy was doing the action. He threw the stone, yes, and the stone was the object who broke or which broke the glass.
Fue rota por una piedra.
Okay. Okay, Salvador?
Okay.
Yes, are you ready to practice?
No.
No? Come on. Okay, let's see. Take a screenshot with this information, please. Take the screenshot.
Yes.
Okay. So let's have some other ideas. Yes. So when we work with the passive, yes, for example, let's analyze this other scenario. There is an executive and it's like, wow! Yes, it's like getting shocked. Yes, maybe he's reading his emails and he received a bad news or a good news or whatever, no? Probably he received an increase on his salary, yes, and maybe he was promoted to a higher position. We don't know. So, well, we are going to analyze this in different tenses, okay? But today we are going to focus only into present and past, okay? So pay attention to these ideas, okay? We have here series of examples using active versus passive, okay? So in the active voice, I have an idea in simple present, okay? This is simple present. Then if I use it in passive voice, this is the correct form that I am going to use. So I say, Ivan types reports. Okay? Now, if I use this idea or I change this idea into passive, I say, reports are typed by Ivan. Okay? Now, the next idea, I use Ivan typed reports. So I am using this in simple past. Simple past. This is simple past, active. If I report it using passive voice, or if I change it into passive voice, I say reports were typed by Ivan. Okay? Now, pay attention because we are going to practice today using these two structures, present and past. Yes, Salvador?
Yes.
Okay. So the next we are going to say is Ivan is typing reports. ¿Qué estructura estamos manejando aquí? Salvador.
Escribiendo.
Iván is typing reports. ¿Qué estructura estoy manejando? Si acá estoy manejando Iván types reports, que es presente simple, ¿qué estructura es esta?
Es que times es escribiendo, ¿no? Y typing.
Sí. ¿Qué
y
estructura es esta?
Iván está escribiendo.
Ujú.
Iván.
Es present continuous.
Reportes. Continuo.
Present continuous or present progressive.
Present continuous.
Ajá. Or present progressive. Vele poniendo nombre, ¿eh? Si estás tomando nota, vele anotando, ¿sí? Para que identifiques las estructuras, ¿sí? Present, ajá, continuous or present progressive. Okay? Now, the next one, what is this? Iván was typing reports. ¿Qué estructura es esta? Si esta era presente progresivo, ¿cuál es la otra? What is the other one? Past progressive.
Estaba escribiendo.
Past progressive.
Past
Progressive.
Okay.
Okay, so pay attention. Yes, on this structure we have simple present. Okay, in this other structure, yes, is simple past. Okay, in this other structure is present progressive. And in the last structure, yes, the last structure is past progressive. Okay. Now, we are going to analyze in today's class, okay? We are going to analyze the passive voice for present and past. Okay, so the first one is the change that we have here. Ivan types reports is going to be used are typed. This is my verb, yes, in passive voice. This is my verb in passive, are typed. Yes,
Okay.
From this structure, from simple present, I am going to report it in this form. Okay. Now, the second one. Yes, if I am using simple past, okay, when I use the passive voice, reports were typed. Notice that I am using reports, yes, because it's the subject, yes, or the object of the idea, yes.
Yeah.
So my passive verb is were typed. Okay. Now, in ideas like the present progressive, okay, I use this information. So present progressive, its reports are being typed. Notice that I am using here something, yes, showing the passive form of my verb are being typed because I am using a different structure, present progressive. Yes, so in the next example, okay, in the next example, I am using here past progressive. Okay, this past progressive is indicating me, okay, also how I am using the verbs in this case. Yes, the verbs in passive voice, I say were being typed. Okay. Now, this is what we are going to analyze in today's class. Okay, Salvador?
Okay.
Okay, copy these examples, please. Cópiate nada más esos ejemplos.
Esto también lo voy a mandar a la plataforma.
No,
Eso no es para mí.
sí, eso nada más es para ti.
Okay.
Have you finished?
No, esperen. Okay. Continue. Yes, continue. Mm, pero no.
Done it? Okay. So let's continue.
Profe,
¿Sí?
tantito, un minutito, espérame, me están hablando otra vez de mi trabajo, espérame tantito.
Okay.
Ajá, ¿qué pasa? ¿Cómo que no fue? Pues sí, pero yo estoy dividido, a mí me dan un martes, a ver qué puedo hacer. Por eso, yo qué hago, a mí los martes, ¿verdad? Entonces, yo me la hoja. El martes cuando me iban a decir, no, que fuera, que yo no le diga, pues sí, pero yo tengo un clase, ahí no se puede abrir, y ya se puede, ¿verdad? Entonces, ahí no es más, yo puedo abrir, pero cansado. Ya, ¿cómo lo puedo abrir? Pues sí, yo no tengo trabajo y ahí, yo dependo, pero estoy, está condicionando, digo, bueno, pues todo tenemos trabajo, pero yo no voy a estar situación, cuánto tiempo llevo de para que me digan que cuando no tengo apoyo, que me queden los sábados hasta los domingos de ir, yo voy y tengo que llegar. No, esto no puedo, ¿sí? No, lo que voy a ver, a ver, si me puede, me da chance, una hora antes, vale. Si no, estoy igual, o igual en la tarde, me voy a la escuela, ustedes lo saben y eso, ellos se van a ver que no tienen nada de computador de la escuela. Así que eso de esto pasar, el tren, ¿sabes? Que yo estoy estudiando y que acá se va a dar ese chance. Entonces, ahorita voy a ver si me puede dar permiso. No acabo a las 12 acabo. Pero como ustedes ya les dije, yo quiero que vaya. Yo no sé, también, ¿a poco no le preguntaron si yo voy a trabajar? Sí, yo sé que no se puede un toque. Y luego, y mío abajo de la dirección. Sí, así debe de ser. Sí, pero no, búscalo, porque lo debes tener por ahí, botado. Sí, pero ahí, pero mal. Tú también, me gusta que me ahorita. Yo entro a la fábrica, no, yo entro por ahí la basura, yo entro por ahí la basura. Sí, yo hago mi trabajo de la tema de evitar, que tengan un mensaje. Pero, a ver, si no también igual me voy a expresar. No, yo no tengo problema. Yo no tengo problema en apoyar los tratamientos. Porque tengo que estar ahora, tampoco se vale pensar en la vida. Aguanta, porque estamos diciendo y yo tengo que meter esta cosa. Ya, prof, continue.
Okay, ready?
Ready.
Good. So, have you finished copying the examples?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, remember that today we are going to work with these ideas only. The next class, we are going to continue with the next. But now, today we are going to focus on what is simple present, okay? And what is going to be the ideas with simple past, okay? So today we are going to practice with this and with present continuous and with past continuous.
Yes.
Okay? Now, remember, yes, are typed, were typed, are being typed, or were being typed. Okay, now, let's make a small parenthesis now here, and I am going to change the window. Yes, let me see, to practice some examples. Okay. Now let me, okay, here we have it. So, okay. Let me see here. Here we have our whiteboard. Yes. So you are going to, I'm going to grant you access to my computer. Yes. And I want you to change these ideas into passive voice. Okay. So the ideas are as follows. I say the homework. Okay. The teacher checks the homework. The teacher checks the homework. Then I have another example. The woman cleans the kitchen.
Okay.
The mechanic fix the car. Okay, cars. The mailman delivers letters. And I say, this is, okay, the other, we have they played music. Say, loud music. Salvador.
Salvador lo regañan en su trabajo.
Wrote some ideas. And we have Salvador's bus.
Tampoco se puede poner así, profe. Salvador con ese. Bueno, con.
Porque estás hablando del jefe de Salvador. Is a possession. Salvador bus.
Sí. Le gritan en su trabajo. Salvador le grita.
Salvador bus gave him a car. And okay, Sally and Robert jumped the rope. Okay, with this idea, Salvador, I want you to change them from active into passive.
Okay.
Okay?
Así.
Okay, you have access, remote access to my computer so that you do the activities on the whiteboard.
¿En passive?
Yes. Let's change them into passive.
¿No?
No. Identifica cuál es tu objeto.
Mi objeto sería. No sé. El profesor revisa la tarea. Bien, el sería de homework.
Ajá, ok, very good.
Entonces
The homework. Ok, the homework. Recuerde, using the homework.
The homework. Ahora sí ya sería mi verbo,
Ajá.
que sería de homework, de check,
Okay, but what is the passive verb?
el pasado de decir de check,
Yes, but what is the passive verb? Acuérdate que tienes un verbo en pasivo. ¿Sí?
Sí.
¿Cuál es la combinación del verbo en pasivo? Checa tus notas.
simple present, simple past, present progressive y past progressive. ¿De qué me dijo, profe? ¿Del pasado qué?
No, el verbo en pasivo. ¿Cuál es tu verbo pasivo? Acuérdate que es la combinación del verbo to be y tu verbo en pasado participio. ¿Sí? ¿Cuál es la forma correcta del verbo to be aquí? What is the correct form of the verb to be? That you have it for the homework. You have the homework. Ajá. Is it singular or plural?
Es plural.
No.
De homework. A ver, espérenme. De homework. El pasado participe de checks, ¿no?
No, yes, but what is the verb to be?
Okay.
No, what is the correct form of the verb to be for the homework?
No lo entendí.
¿Cuál es la forma correcta del verbo to be? Para tarea.
En pasado, ¿no?
Sí, pero del verbo to be.
El verbo. El verbo.
Ujú.
Sí. Sí. Ah, no es cierto. De eat, ¿no?
Is, okay.
This.
The homework. Ujú.
Ay,
No, no. ¿Por qué borraste homework? Ok. The homework is, ajá.
is the teacher.
No.
No, no,
¿Cuál
check.
es el verbo?
Check. Revisar, ¿no?
Checked. Ujú. No, no, no. Checks es en presente. ¿Cuál es el pasado participio de check? Es un verbo regular, Salvador.
Sería check it.
Ujú.
Sí, ¿no?
Yes.
Check.
Ujú.
Check. Check. The homework is the checker.
Ujú.
The teacher
Ok, pero ¿qué necesitas?
is.
No.
Ahora
¿Qué
the
palabra
teacher, ¿ya?
necesitas para
Are,
indicar el que hace la acción?
el are.
No. Remember that you are indicating the doer of the action. ¿Cómo indicas quién hace la acción?
Con con ¿cómo se hace la acción? Sería en este caso
Ve tus ejemplos anteriores que copiaste.
one, the times, the four, the ten. A ver. homework y the check. Sería el sujeto, ¿no? No
Ok,
sé qué sería
pero ¿cómo lo indicas? ¿Cómo indicas quién hace la acción?
con
2 letras nada más. Ve tus ejemplos en voz pasiva.
is,
Bye. Ajá. Vino, bye. Ok,
right, the teacher,
exactly. Ok. No, ahí mismo no es necesario que le pongas otro recuadro de texto, sino dale enter, hit enter en la de arriba, ¿sí? Da clic en la ahí, ponle punto, period. Hit enter, ok. Y continúas escribiendo. Ok, good.
the
No,
woman,
what is the object?
no es cierto.
Ok,
Oh, the kitchen is,
Ujú.
the kitchen is the cleans,
What is the past participle? Another regular verb.
clean it,
Ajá, correct.
clean by woman. No, is woman, no?
By the woman. By the woman.
By the woman.
No, but by the woman. Te faltó el artículo de. Ok.
¿Usted lo acercó o lo acerqué yo?
No, you.
No,
Zoom out, please.
¿lo puede dejar otro poquito, profe? Es que no vamos a ver el
Oops.
mira, the card, the cards, the card is it's fixed.
No. What is the correct form of the verb to be?
Fix, ¿no más?
No, the verb to be.
¿Por qué debe to be?
What is the correct form of the verb to be? Is cars singular or plural?
Plural.
So, is or are?
Es are, ¿no? Arregla.
Okay. Ajá.
Fixes o fixes.
Yes, yes, yes.
¿Es fixed?
Yes.
Fixed.
Okay. Just with the note that the cars is not the, it's only cars. You don't have the article the
The
at the
cars,
beginning.
the cars are
No, the no. Cars only. Because you don't have article the cars. No tienes artículo los carros, sino carros nada más, autos. ¿Ya viste? Ve el ejemplo.
The mechanic fix the car. El mecánico arregla los carros.
No dice los. Dice
Arregla, ¿no?
autos.
No. ¿El car? No, no es cars.
¿A poco tienes artículo de antes de autos?
Ah, no.
Eso, don't put it.
Entonces eliminamos el T, ¿no?
Yes.
¿Sí?
Sí, yes. Okay.
Cars fixes.
Cars.
Cars fixes.
No, cars. What is the verb to be?
Cars. Is.
No.
Mira. Ya lo tenía.
Sí, you erase it. Singular or plural?
Singular.
No.
Porque
Acuérdate que
es-
sí.
Ah, no, es plural. Porque es uno,
No.
¿no?
Ujú. Cars.
Cars. Cars. B. Ah, no. Cars. ¿De fixes?
No. Verb to be is or are. Okay, good.
Cars have fixes the mechanic.
Okay, that's correct.
Letters.
The same. Do you have the article, the letters?
The letter is
The letters?
letters.
Mhm. Letters.
Letters.
So
Letters
article,
is
the article is not necessary. The is not present.
the letters.
The, check the example. Check your idea.
The mind delivers the letters. No
The
sería,
letters?
no más sería the letters, ¿no?
Letters. Yes. Letters
Letters.
is singular or plural?
Singular.
Okay. What is singular, Salvador?
Cuando son varios, ¿no?
No. Singular es una, cuando te refieres a uno. Y el plural es cuando te refieres a más de una, de dos.
Entonces sería plural.
Ajá.
Sería
Ujú. Letters are.
are delivers.
Ujú. The past participle.
The, are delivered. Delivered.
Ajá, ok. Are delivered.
Delivered.
Ujú.
The,
Ujú.
delivered.
Ok, correct.
The
Ujú.
mile. The mile. No,
Um,
sería be the mile, ¿no?
Ajá, yes, by.
By the mining.
Mail.
Ay, caray.
Ujú, mailman, good. Period. Okay.
Sería the music.
Ujú.
The music is.
Is, no. Fíjate cómo lo tienes en tu ejemplo de active voice, de
The,
voz activa.
the player. The
¿Cómo
music.
lo, cómo lo reportas en voz pasiva?
Así, 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 así. Was.
Ujú.
Was. The music was
Ujú.
loud.
No. What is the verb?
Pasado de loud, ¿no?
No.
No, no.
¿Cuál es el verbo? What is your verb?
Is.
No.
No, de byte.
No.
The music was.
Was.
Was. Player the music. Ah, no, player.
Ujú. Was played. Ujú.
Así, ¿no?
No. El pasado participio.
Player.
Ajá. Was played. Ujú.
Player. Pues así queda, ¿no?
No. Was played, ¿qué?
Ah, no. Sería belong o no sería play it loud, ¿no? Nada más.
Loud. Ujú, exactly. Played loud. Ujú. Okay, good.
Ideas.
Ujú. But specifically,
Ideas, así.
no.
Es que dice Salvador, Word son ideas.
Some ideas. So,
Oh, ya. Ideas. Ok. Entonces sería Salvador, ¿no?
no. What is the object?
Ahora escribe Salvador. 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 Salvador escribió. Salvador escribe alguna idea. Entonces sería Salvador. Salvador, ¿no? Salvador.
No. What is your object? Enfócate en el objeto, no en el sujeto.
Sería Word, sería escribió, escribí, escribió.
No.
escribió una y ya.
No.
Entonces, eso no entiendo.
¿Cuál es tu sujeto?
Salvador.
No. Sujeto es Salvador es el sujeto en voz activa, ¿sí? Ahora, en voz pasiva, ¿cuál es tu sujeto?
En voz pasiva,
Ujú. ¿Quién recibe la acción?
pero es que dice Salvador escribió alguna idea,
Algunas.
algunas ideas.
Ujú.
Salvador escribió algunas,
Algunas, ok.
algunas. Entonces sería worded. Ah, no, son the word. ¿O cómo?
No, ¿cómo dices algunas? Ahí lo tienes, Salvador. Ve la información que tienes escrita.
De some,
Some, ok. Entonces vamos a poner some, ok.
de some
Ideas.
ideas,
Ujú.
ideas
Verb to be, singular or plural.
singular, ¿no?
¿Qué,
Escribió
qué singular?
are,
Are, no, ese es plural.
ah,
Está correcto, porque estás hablando ideas, es en plural.
son ideas.
Ujú.
Ah, ok. Some ideas are for the word.
Ujú. What is the past participle? What is the past participle?
Otro participio de word.
Ajá, what is the past participle of wrote? Write is in present. Wrote is in past. What is the past participle?
Written,
Okay, correct. Written.
¿Así?
Okay.
Le gustan. Salvador. By Salvador.
Okay, good.
¿Sí?
Okay, just Salvador is with capital letter. You are referring to a person.
Some words are the written the by Salvador.
Salvador with capital letter.
La siguiente, ¿no?
Capital letter, Salvador.
México.
Letra mayúscula, Salvador.
México.
Nada más la primera.
Sí,
The name.
porque resalte, profe.
Okay, that's it. The period. The next one.
Salvador. Me dices primero Salvador. El Salvador, el jefe de-
No, porque estarías hablando en Spanglish. El Salvador. ¿Cómo que El Salvador?
que, que vean que también somos un país. El jefe de Salvador le dio un auto. Sería primero de car,
¿D o A?
de, ¿no?
No, ¿qué es lo que tienes? Ajá. Ok.
Car,
Ujú.
a car, con, gap,
No, what is the verb to be?
pero es de gate, ¿no? El verbo que dice gate.
No,
De
verb
gate.
to be. Acuérdate que la voz pasiva la utilizas con el verbo to be y el verbo en pasado participio.
Ok, entonces sería acar, 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 carve the gate, the
A
gate,
car. What is the correct form of the verb to be? Was or were?
where,
No. Only one.
hmm,
Only one.
the Congo is,
In past.
is,
In past.
sería acá, eat, eat, ¿sí, no? No, no, eat es
No.
comer, ¿no?
The past. The past of the verb to be. What is the correct form of the verb to be in past?
El pasado participio,
No, the verb to be in past.
sería, no doy como
Was or were. Salvador, ¿estás hablando en singular o en plural?
en singular,
En singular. ¿Cuál es la forma del verbo to be en singular en pasado? Was or were.
where,
En
was,
singular. Ok.
¿sí, no?
Ujú.
Acá was,
The past participle of the verb gave. In past participle.
the gave it,
Past participle.
y, the gave, sería acá was y, o no,
Okay, what is the past participle of gave? Give is in present.
ujú,
Past, gave. What is the past participle?
¿cómo? Es give, pero el pasado, give, 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 G, G, V, de give, así, a ver si estoy bien así,
No,
es el pasado, ¿no?
no, ese es el presente.
Gave, entonces,
No, porque es el pasado. ¿Cuál es el pasado participio?
Gaven,
Ajá. Given. No, Gaven, no, given. Ujú. Hay que estudiarse los verbos, Salvador,
¿pero por qué, profe, given? Pues no le
porque es
dije
el
given,
pasado participio.
pero le había dicho given y me dijo que estaba mal, ¿por qué?
No, tú me dijiste give, no given.
No, sí, es given, igual. Ah, sí, ya lo dije, señor, sí, es cierto.
Ah.
Ah, sí, aquí en la lista me aparece, sí, es cierto. A car was given,
Ujú.
eh, vos, ah, no,
Bye.
vos,
Ok, no. A car was given to
Salvador,
Salvador, ok. Tú. Tú, no, tú. Tú. ¿A quién le dieron el auto?
Sí, ¿no? My, entonces sería yo,
Pero lleva una preposición. ¿A quién?
you,
Tú.
they, you, ¿no? You,
Tú. Te lo estoy diciendo. Tú. Ok. A car was given to person.
Salvador. So,
Ujú. Ok.
ya sin, ya sin el apóstrofe, ¿no?
Ajá.
Ya nada más así, ¿no? Salvador.
Ajá.
Vos,
Ok. ¿Quién se lo dio? Ok. Yes. No. ¿Quién se lo dio?
jefe,
Entonces, ¿cómo le digo por?
vos.
No.
¿Cómo les digo
¿Quién hizo la acción?
el jefe?
Ok. ¿Y cómo digo por el jefe?
O- y sería
Ok. By. Ajá. Ok. Pero boss. How do you write boss?
vos.
Okay, good. Period. Excellent. The last one.
Siley and Robert, the Jumped, the Rob. Sería primero the Rob,
Ajá. The rope.
Rope, Jumped. Ah, no. R,
No.
o es was, ¿no? Porque son dos,
Ajá,
¿no?
yes.
Siley and Robert, ¿no?
Okay.
Was,
Mhm.
the Robert was Jumped,
Mhm. Yes, jumped. Jumped.
Jumped.
Jumped.
Ah, no, jump,
Ajá.
jump, así.
No, jumped. Con la D. ED. ED. Okay.
Jumped. The Rob was jumped.
Mhm.
Siley and the Robert.
Okay, but
No, no lleva primero el B,
by. Ajá.
by,
By. Okay.
¿no?
Yes. Was it difficult?
Poquito, porque
Okay, don't move the mouse.
pero ahí vamos, díganme.
Okay, that's correct. Put them aligned.
Sí.
Okay, don't move the mouse. Wait. Let me stop the remote control. Okay, let me just make some changes. So here we have this idea. Remember that we have two different parts. So let me see. And we are having, let me organize this. Okay, let me.
Deliver. A todos se les puso el ID, ¿verdad? ¿No lo está viendo? ID, sí, sí.
Passive, and here we have okay, this is passive, and
Vamos a ver todavía otros dos temas, profe.
yes,
No, ya más uno.
No, no, no. I need that this has to be very well understood. Okay, so here we have this active. Let me just organize this information. And this is active voice. So that you make the difference between active voice and passive voice. Okay. Now, let me make or highlight the information so that you really understand what is the passive verb. So it's cleaned, is checked. Then we have are fixed. Then we have in past was played. Are written, was given, was jumped. Okay. Notice your passive passive verb. Okay. Okay. This is your passive voice or the passive verb. Is checked, is cleaned, are fixed, are delivered. These are your verbs in passive.
Hello, Moto.
Okay. Now these are active voice, checks, cleans, fixes, delivers. Then you have played, wrote, gave, and jumped. These are active verbs. Okay, now take a screenshot, Salvador.
Yes.
With that information, please.
Yes.
Ready?
Ready.
Okay, now we are going to let me see. Now we're going to continue practicing, but using the other activities in active voice. Yes, we are going to have other examples. Let me just move this up. So
Ay, se movió.
let me just clean up this mess. Okay, here we have this. Now we are going to change the activity. Yes, well, it's going to be the same, but using different structure. Now, let's say Jeff is playing cards at home.
Playing cards.
At home. Okay. Now this is the first idea. Then I say Joy and Carl are eating hamburgers.
Profe,
Yes.
me están marque y marque de mi trabajo.
¿Qué necesitan?
Pues que vaya. Hoy no fue el otro. Hoy no fue. Ya me están regañando. Que por qué tengo muchos, que por qué me dejan ir a la escuela y los martes no ir a trabajar. Digo, ¿cómo no? Pues sí, sí voy.
Ujú.
Como 2 horas, pero voy, ¿no? Ya me están diciendo que no fue, que quieren que vaya aquí a ¿cómo se llama? A Caltex. Aquí por donde están las pipas de autotanques Nieto.
Mm,
Que voy a trabajar, pero me dijeron que pidiera permiso. ¿Se escuchó?
ok.
No, no escuchó eso, ¿no? No escuchó cuando me estaba peleando por teléfono, ¿sí?
No, no lo escuché porque le pusiste mute,
No, pero la primera
pero sí
vez,
te vi.
creo que la primera vez que me salió, no le puse, me levanté y no le puse.
Ujú.
Están marque y marque, profe. ¿Qué hago?
Bueno, te voy a dejar nada más estas actividades, ¿sí? Pon atención, ¿sí? Aquí estamos manejando diferentes estructuras,
10.
¿sale? Y ya estamos manejando presente continuo, ¿sí? ¿Te
10.
acuerdas los ejemplos que escribiste en la tablita? ¿Sí? Que viene present progressive,
En la tablita. Ok.
¿sí?
En las de tarea, ¿no?
No, en la que te puse a copiar que escribieras las actividades de passive voice y active
Ah,
voice,
las de Iván.
¿sí?
Ah, sí, las de Iván, sí, aquí está.
Estas estructuras van con presente continuo, present
Así como,
continuous, present progressive,
así como
¿vale?
como el de Iván, ¿no?
Ujú.
Ujú.
Entonces, vas a pasar estas tres oraciones, ¿sí? En, en voz, de voz activa, las vas a pasar a voz pasiva.
De, vo- active voz, de, ¿a qué? A pasive.
A passive voice.
A passive voice, ok.
Ujú.
Ya lo estoy viendo aquí, está la tablita aquí.
¿Sale?
Where will be have time will get. Ok, sí, ya,
Active
ya la vi.
voice. Entonces, los tenemos en active voice, ¿sí? Aquí ya te los puse en active voice, ¿sí? Y las vas a pasar a passive voice. Esa va a ser la tarea y aparte los ejercicios que vienen en la plataforma.
Perdón, déjeme, préstame el ¿no?
¿Mm?
¿Ya le puso para escribir?
Ah, no. ¿Lo quieres hacer ahorita o lo haces de tarea?
No, esas sí no las hago porque la tarea esa la hago entre clases en la escuela.
Okay, now you have the access.
Cuando no tengo nada
Remote
que hacer
access,
ahí,
okay.
ahorita,
Yes.
por- oh, ahorita,
Okay.
ok,
Start typing.
ah, ya,
Okay.
eso. Dijo que era de Passive Voice.
Ujú.
Entonces, tenemos, aquí tengo los screenshots de esa tablita. Espera. Sería, primero, sería, the home.
No. What is your object? ¿Cuál es tu objeto? ¿O cuál va a ser tu
Flying
sujeto?
cars.
Cards, okay. Cards. Ujú. Ujú.
Cards.
Ujú.
Ajá. Luego de cards sería art,
Ajá.
art, art. Sería art. Sería playing the home. No,
Mm,
home the playing, ¿no?
ok, ¿cómo lo tienes en la tablita que
En,
copiaste?
como
Cards are.
cards are sería la acción, ¿no? Que está haciendo, ¿no? Que sería playing.
Are, pero ¿qué te falta?
De cards.
¿Sí? Ve la estructura que tienes en presente continuo, present continuous, present progressive.
De antes de cars, primero va el T, ¿no?
¿No?
El act, no, sí.
No, la primera parte está bien.
Ajá.
¿Sí? Ve el verbo en pasivo, ¿cómo lo tienes?
El verbo en pasivo. Tippets. En la tablita es tippet. Tippets. Sería playing. Playing. Playing.
Pero a ver,
¿Ede?
¿cómo lo tienes? Fíjate,
Como
fíjate en la
playing.
tablita. Te voy a poner la tablita. No muevas ahorita el mouse. ¿Sí?
Puede controlar la pantalla.
Ok. Ajá.
Ay, no me apareció nada. Ahí está ya. Iván time. No. Iván is taping.
Ajá, reports. This is the present continuous. And here is the reporting passive voice.
Arbain. Okay.
Ok. Entonces, ¿cómo quedaría en tu oración? ¿Ya viste los cambios?
Ajá. Sería Arbain. Ok, sí, ya. Póngame la otra.
Okay. Now,
Bien quedó.
okay, move the mouse and
Cars
here.
are. Ahí está, ¿no? Ya. Cars are being.
Being. Ajá, being.
Cars are being.
Past participle.
Sería playing.
What is the past participle?
Played.
Plays, okay. Plays. Plays.
¿Qué
Te
hace?
faltó la E. Okay. Played.
Play.
Cards are being played.
Cars are being played. And the home, yes.
At home.
Home.
Who performs the action?
By Jeff.
Okay, very good.
By
Jeff. Jeff, no, Jeff.
Jeff.
Capital letter, Jeff.
By Jeff.
Okay, excellent. The next.
We are joined and the car are eating hamburgers. Entonces sería primero de hamburger.
Hamburgers.
Ay, ¿qué hice? Ay, me comí una letra.
Okay. Hamburgers.
Hamburger. Hamburger. Was.
Was?
Sí, ¿no? Porque es join y car, ¿no?
No. Hamburgers is singular or plural?
Singular.
No.
Es plural, es una no sola.
No, it's plural. Yeah, it's more than one.
Hamburgers are. Hamburgers are. Hamburgers are. Hamburgers are. Eating.
Are.
¿Sí, no?
Are the verb to be?
18.
Are.
Ah, sí, no, es 18.
No, ¿qué te falta?
18.
Being.
Ah, bien.
Being, no by.
¿Cómo dijo?
Being. Ve cómo lo tienes arriba. Sigue el ejemplo que tienes arriba. Are being.
Bien.
Ujú. No, being. Ve cómo lo tienes escrito arriba. Ok.
Aquí, ¿no?
No, no, no. ¿Cómo lo tienes tú escrito arriba en tu ejemplo de arriba?
Beijing.
Ajá, being.
Beijing.
Ujú. What is the past participle of it?
18. The eating. 8.
Ujú.
Es que eating es comer, ¿no?
Ujú. What is the past participle of it?
Eat.
It is in present. Ate is in past. What is the past participle?
Comer. Out. 8 out. Comer afuera. Ah, no.
No.
Pero eso sería. Eating es que es eat es comer y eating es un pasado. Entonces, pues es así, ¿no, profe? Eating.
Okay, type it.
Type it.
Write it, write it. Escríbelo. Type it. Tecléalo, pues.
A ver, ahí me dice estoy bien. Typing.
No, 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 no. ¿Cuál es tu verbo que estás haciendo?
Comer.
Ok, entonces, ¿cómo quedaría?
No think.
¿Mm?
No eating.
No, pero ¿cuál es el pasado participio de eating?
Eating.
Ujú.
Y PD, ¿no? Así. Finger.
No. A ver, busca el verbo eat.
Y por eso. No sé.
¿Cuál es el pasado participio de eat?
Eating.
Ujú.
Eating. Así. Hamburger
Ujú.
are being eaten.
Eaten.
BD, ¿no? BD.
No.
No, así.
Ujú.
Eating. Bike.
Ujú.
Bike. Join in the car.
Joy and car. Ujú.
Yo, yo, así.
Ok.
Luego sería the kitchen.
Ujú. Are you sure? What is the object that is going to be the subject?
Kitchen.
No,
¿No más sería kitchen?
no.
Pues, Tim está preparando. Tim está preparando. Tim está preparando ensalada. Cocina. Tim está preparando ensalada. Tim está preparando ensalada en la cocina.
Yes.
Entonces sería en la cocina. No,
No,
sería kitchen nada más, ¿no?
no. ¿Cuál es
Ok.
tu objeto?
Ensalada.
Ensalada, ok. Entonces,
Sería
let's begin with
salad.
salad. Ujú,
Salad.
ujú.
Salad. Yo de ahí sería sal. Luego sería in the kitchen.
But what is the active, the passive verb?
Preparando. Preparando, ¿no? Sería preparing.
Mm,
Pero sería.
No. ¿Cómo lo tienes en la de arriba? ¿Cómo lo tienes arriba? Sigue tus ejemplos de arriba.
Are. Salad. Are.
Are? Can you count one salad, two salads, three salads?
One salad, ¿no?
No. So one singular. So salad is uncountable. Is.
Is.
Mhm.
Salad. Is. Preparing.
Is be.
Is. ¿Qué?
Mhm.
Así.
No. ¿Qué es lo que tienes arriba, Salvador? Síguete en los ejemplos de arriba. Guíate con esos. No. ¿Qué es el verbo que le sigue después del verbo to be?
Be. Salad is el team.
It's being.
Spin.
Being. Mhm. Past participle. Prepare.
Preparing. Prepare.
Mhm.
Ah, así.
Okay, good.
Prepare.
Salad is being prepared.
Wait. In the kitchen.
Mhm.
Kitchen. Be team.
Mhm.
By
By
team.
team. Okay, team with capital letter.
¿No? ¿Me falta algo?
Team with capital letter.
Ay,
Team con letra mayúscula. Es nombre
sí.
de persona. Siempre los nombres de las personas van con mayúsculas, no con minúsculas.
¿Qué pasa si lo pone con minúscula?
Te lo pongo como incorrecto en el examen nada más.
Ah, no, entonces mejor la ponemos con minúscula. Porque llegar ahí,
Okay, excellent.
porque llegar a enojarnos.
Okay. Mhm.
Bueno, algo así, no era más que abajo.
Sí, ahí.
Ya se lo acomoda.
Okay.
No puedo acomodar.
So now pay attention. Yes. In this activity, yes, we were identifying the passive voice or the verb in passive, yes, using are being played. Okay. Are being eaten. Is being prepared. Okay. This is your passive verb. Okay. All these are your verbs in passive. Okay. This is with present continuous. Okay. Let me move this. Wait. Let me organize this because it moves when I clean up this mess. Okay, let me see. Let me just reorganize the information. Okay. When we work with this, let me see, we have active. Okay, we have active voice. Active voice is playing. Active voice are eating, is preparing. Okay, now the passive voice. So are being played, are being eaten, is being prepared. Okay, now the structure that we are having with this, remember here we have the active voice. We're having here present continuous. Let me see. Present continuous. Okay. Now, what we are going to have it here is past continuous. Okay, example. For past continuous, we have this. Salvador was taking English lessons. Okay. Then we have, is that your daughter? His daughter were speaking Spanish. At home. Then we have the exam was let's see. The ball is no. The boy is throwing. The boy is throwing the ball. Okay. In the park. Okay, now here we have these examples, and I want you to use them or type them in the passive voice. Now you have the remote access to the computer, so start typing. see the table that you have from past continuous or past progressive, how you report them into passive voice.
Hello, Moto.
Ujú. Profe. Profe.
Sí,
Ya.
ya.
Sí, me marcaron, ya colgué. ¿Qué pasó? ¿Los voy a hacer ahorita?
Si las quieres hacer ahorita o tómale captura de pantalla para que lo hagas de tarea.
Está, profe.
¿Sale? Y ya ese sería el último tema que veríamos por el día de hoy, que es la voz pasiva en pasado continuo, ¿sí? Ve la formulita que tienes en la tablita, ¿sí? De los ejercicios que copiaste, donde dice past continuous, cómo lo tienes que reportar en voz pasiva,
Ujú.
¿sale? Y ya los haces, ¿sale?
Sí, profe.
Y los otros ejemplos, los que están en la plataforma, ya los subes a la plataforma. Trata de subirlos a la plataforma para que exista evidencia de que los está subiendo las tareas.
Ok, profe.
¿Sale?
Ya está ahorita la tarea.
¿Perdón?
Ya abrí ahorita el espacio. Ya está en.
Sí, ya está el espacio en plataforma.
No,
Ya
pero
está.
la tarea de hoy ya apareció ahí.
¿Ya la subiste?
¿Cuál? ¿La de hoy?
Ajá, la de hoy no.
No, ¿a poco abrió otra vez los espacios?
No, es que tengo espacios abiertos, pero para las otras, ¿eh? Las otras ya no las enviaste, ya enviaste con tiempo fuera, ¿sale? Si te das cuenta, sí, estoy mostrándote ahorita la plataforma, ¿sí? Y aquí está ¿sí? Aquí está el espacio para que subas la tarea,
Esa es la
presente y
tarea de hoy.
pasado. Sí, es la de hoy.
¿Cuántas
Tienes
semanas hay, profe?
hasta mañana para subirla. Estas son las actividades, ¿sí? Que vas a realizar, ¿sí?
¿Cuántas son, profe?
Son 40 ejemplos, ¿sí? Y luego es identificar en esta lectura, ¿sí? Vas a identificar la voz pasiva y la vas a escribir acá, ¿sí? Así como va en el ejemplo,
Ajá.
¿sí? Este es en presente nada más,
Ujú.
¿sale? Acá te estoy manejando los ejercicios en pasados, ¿sí? Passive voice past, pero con pasado simple, porque acuérdate que estamos manejando pasado progresivo y presente progresivo, y tenemos presente simple y presente progresivo, ¿sale? Entonces, ahorita estoy manejando nada más en las tareas presente simple y pasado simple, nada más,
Ok.
¿sí? Que son las dos primeras estructuras que aparecen en la tablita, ¿sale? Para la próxima clase ya te voy a poner las otras estructuras, ¿sí?
Ujú.
De presente continuo y pasado continuo,
Perfecto.
¿sale? Para que no te me hagas pelotas. Y estudiate bien los verbos en pasado participio, porque es donde te está fallando, ¿sí? Y las formas del verbo to be en singular y plural, ¿vale? A ver, no le muevas, déjame quitarte el acceso remoto a mi ordenador porque estás ingresando a mi ordenador. Vale, ahora sí. Ya está. ¿Qué me dijo? Porque no le escuché. Tiene el micrófono apagado.
Ah, es que estaba viendo en mi pantalla porque no, me apareció una raya negra aquí que no sé qué. Ujú.
¿Sale? Entonces, lo dejamos hasta aquí para que vayas a ver lo de tu trabajo, para que, o terminamos hasta las 12.
¿Cómo molesta esta gente? Sí, profe.
¿Sí?
Sí.
Sale pues. Entonces, cualquier cosa, pues me mandas un mensajito, ¿vale?
Profe. Ok, pendiente.
Bueno, pues a
Bueno.
seguir estudiando duro, Chavita.
Claro que sí, profe, porque si no, no hay de otra.
Yo no lo quiero tener aquí nuevamente de...
No, ya no, profe, porque no, ya tengo muchas cosas que hacer todavía más adelante. Todavía tengo, no, ya se me está complicando todo, la escuela y chamacos, todo ya.
Ujú.
Ya no quiero.
Sale pues, estamos
Dale,
en contacto, que pase un
dale,
excelente día, joven.
igualmente, gracias, profe.
Hasta luego.
Hasta luego.